Hi, Thomas Brinsko, CEO and publisher of BIC Magazine and BICmagazine.com, bringing you the top news of the week. Lots of things going on in the midstream sector this week. I'll start with a high trending story. New Fortress Energy applied for permits with the U.S. Corps of Engineers as well as the Department of Energy to build a brand new LNG gasification plant offshore Louisiana. Wasn't really familiar with this company myself, but it's owned by a guy named Wes Edens. The company's based in New York City. Wes is a billionaire that owns part of the Milwaukee Bucks, so my son actually knew who he was, which was a funny story. But he's got, or at least New Fortress Energy has a portfolio for fast LNG projects, which is really going to capitalize well on the need for natural gas in Europe right now. Good for them and good for our economy. Also in the midstream news, Energy Transfer and ENN announced a 20-year LNG purchase and sale agreement for a soon-to-be-built Lake Charles LNG project owned by Energy Transfer. Of course, Energy Transfer is one of the largest and most diversified midstream companies in the United States. ENN is a Chinese company. It's privately held, but it is based in China. And according to the press release, they have distribution capacity of over 10 billion cubic feet per day in China, and they own the first large-scale private LNG terminal in China. So they're going to be importing some of our LNG as well. More on the port side, a lot of news there. Corpus Christi Ship Channel Improvement Project looks like it's going to be funded through Joe Biden's proposed financial budget. The U.S. Corps of Engineers included the phase 4 of that project. It's a 4-phase project. Phase 1 is completed. Phase 2 and 3 are underway, and the funding for that was going to come through. Also in that same budget, there's about $11 million for the Port of Galveston and $68 million earmarked for the Port of Brownsville. So Texas ports look like they're getting about $236 million out of that whole thing. The infrastructure practically is much larger. I won't make political comment here, but at least we're spending money where it needs to go towards bona fide infrastructure. So good for those ports. Speaking of the Port of Corpus Christi, they announced that they ended 2021 with record tonnage. They increased their oil exports some, but they really crushed the LNG exports. It was up about 81%. And similarly, the Port of Houston announced a record year as well. LNG exports leading the way, but also their container volume was up 37% year over year. So a very healthy midstream environment. If you're not following us on LinkedIn and Twitter already, please do so and stay tuned for more news. God bless.